Alright, we're back in the Emerald Pro Tour today for the second and final round of the Panasonic Open at Sekai Country Club. As you can see, I'm sitting 4 under, 1 shot lead over Jakey Bakey, who's at 3 under. Not very low scores at all in this one. For me personally, anyway, in the first round, it was a couple of factors. Tempo was a little bit erratic throughout the first round, but some of the pins were a little bit questionable, so I'm looking forward to seeing how the second round is going to go. But really quickly before we get into it, if anybody from HB or 2K is watching, please update this or please patch this because it's been passed on, but a number of people are still saying about it as well, and that is we have a look at statistics and records. I apparently only have 1 ace. I've got 3. I think it's 3. It's 3 or 4. I also have an albatross. I have a hell of a lot more than 33 eagles. I have a hell of a lot more than 539 birdies, 718 pars. Still have no idea how the hell 41 under or 30 stroke count is my best round ever, because I don't play any of those Mickey Mouse courses. And I also have a hell of a lot more than 85 rounds under the belt as well. Now, from what I can understand, by looking at this, what was that? Proximity to the hole. Oh, yeah, actually, I want to see as well, actually, where's longest putt? Does it show longest putt? Putts per hole, driving distance. I mean, if I'm not going blind, well, then I don't see it anywhere. Oh, longest scoring putt. Yeah, actually, that should be correct. That's my longest one. But with the likes of these scored like 85 rounds, the eagles, the birdies, and the ace, that's my career mode. It's only tracked my career mode. It has not tracked or logged any statistics from any society events or casual rounds. So hopefully we can get a patch for that. But anyway, we're going to move on and not complain about that anymore. So let's see what the conditions are now for this second and final round. So we're going to have medium winds, fairways are going to be normal, greens are going to be firm, and green speed is going to be fast. Hopefully the pins aren't going to be as questionable throughout this one. We'll see what it's going to be like though. But yeah, it's just a shame that I can't zoom down. Anyway, 8 mile per hour left to right wind. Same a little bit to the left. Alright, that's a little bit better. First round as well, it was my first round in, what day is today? No, today's Tuesday. I think it was a Sunday. Either Saturday or Sunday was the last time I played the game. I haven't played in a couple of days. I've been kind of trophy grinding on 3 other games now to try and get them done. Right, this one's not too bad. Like, I mean, for anybody who's who's questioning any of the pin positions, compared to like TGC 2019, obviously 2019 yellow lines were pretty much a no-go, but now if you look here just above the 140, you'll see it's kind of the orange. That orange, once you get into the orange, that's where you're starting to get into the 2019 equivalent of a yellow line slope. But a gentle-ish yellow line is kind of just more of a severe green. So I don't mind that too much. But a few were on pretty much orange lines, and any time you try to get near a pin, you'd just run away from it. But 144, playing about 142, 9 iron should be fine here. We'll actually take a little bit off, running up down slope. Alright, swing is starting to straighten itself out a little bit. It's all over the place in the first round. Come on, sit. Oh, that's not too bad. Alright. Yeah, the yellow line is kind of like a heavy, as I said, like a severe or a steepish green slope on TGC 2019. Oh, and Tom got stage fright there. I've mentioned that a few times. That was terrible. I actually started the first round with a double bogey here, which was mainly due to the fact that I had a horrible tee shot. Ended up on the rocks just front left of the green. So just in behind, just where the tall grass and stuff is there in the background. Sorry, not off the tee shot. Tee shot, actually I hit a red fast, went in the rough, and then yeah, I was in the heavy rough and I had to try and smash it up. but I ended up in the rocks. But hole 2, 302 yards. That's a slow. Oh no, it's not. Just barely into the perfect. I mean, there's a few holes on here on this course that are drivable. There's plenty of scoring opportunities on the course, but it's just to say some of the pins were a little bit questionable. Now, I mean, any way left of the pin here and you're gone. There's no stopping that ball. If we go down there, so 47. We can take a flop shot with this, and that might be just nice. Maybe just take a little touch off it. The wind might affect it a little bit. Slow down swing should help me a little bit more. Good bounce. Come on, sit there. That'll do. Need to be careful on this one. Just hope they don't get stage fright again, or my thumb doesn't. Send it home. Thankfully the pin was there, just to help it on its way in. Right, 5 under. Overall, 1 under for the round, and we still have a 1-shot lead. Oh, Jakey has dropped off. He was just a single shot behind me. May not have played the second round yet. But hole 3, par 4, 360 yards, 8 mile per hour. Now I screwed up this hole last round. It was similar wind. I think it was about 9 or 10 mile per hour. So I'll pull back about here. Just a risky shot. If I hit a slow, I'm going swimming. Oh, we get a fast instead. Where's it going to go? Should kick right. It does. That's alright. I ended up just over here, just beside the trees on the first round. But ooh, that's a tricky one. Look at that runoff. Anyway, right at the pin, and that's it again. Similar to previous approach. You're just gone. 118. 118 might be just pretty bang on actually. Maybe just put, excuse me, just a little bit of loft on it. Just hang it up into that slightly angled 7 mile per hour wind. Alright, decent strike. It's coming around us, track into the hole. Just come on a little bit more left. Sit there. That will do. Oh, I was a little aggressive on that one. I'll say I haven't played in a couple of days. I'll drop it in for the par. Should have been a birdie. But I won't sweat too much over it. Still got that 1-shot lead. Hole number 4, par 3, 207. Going to be playing, we're going to take about 14 off. That's a 203. 193 with the wind. We are coming back. Ooh. Don't think 5 iron is going to get there. I'm going to have to take a big gamble on this one. What did I say? 193. No, actually, I think we're going to have to play the 5 iron. Just try and see. Hopefully the wind will carry you. Carry the bunker. Put a touch of D-loft on it. And maybe the rough will just take some of the sting out of it. It's a slow. It's going to be right. It'll be on the green. So yeah, it is carrying the bunker comfortably. That's going to run it all the way off to the right. I prefer it to come off the green now. And thankfully it did. It is a nice course, but it's just as I say, some of the pins are a little bit questionable. Not too bad of a splash shot. Should guarantee the up and down. And excuse my stomach, it's deciding to chime in on the commentary. Haven't had my breakfast yet. Thought I'd just squeeze in a couple of rounds really quickly. Get some recording done while the little fella's at school. So hole 5 is a par 5 anyway. 500 and something yards. I wasn't looking there. But decent tee shot just about. Might be able to get this in 2. Will be 296. We can get risky, try and take the driver up there. 90% at best. I think we'll go for that. It's a good swing. It's on. Probably going to leave us a lengthy putt though. Yeah, it's going to run away to the left, I'd say, or just sit there, so bang on centre of the green. It's on for an eagle though. Big putt, we'll give it about 3 lines, I'd say. It's going to put a good bit of weight on this. What is wrong with me? I can talk perfectly fine before I start recording. I underhit that one. But if we can just get enough distance on it, we can still hopefully get away with the birdie onto the fringe. I will put it, it's not too aggressive, the break. Turn. Oh, rattle it in off the pin. And that'll move us to 2 under for the round, 6 under for the event, and it gives us, bloody hell, I keep meaning to turn this back off, but I'd have it on, as I mentioned in the previous video, I'd have it on just in case I get like the likes of an ace or something like that. I can just save it. But that is going to give us, have we still got a 1-shot lead, or are we, oh, we're increasing the gap. Guys are dropping back a little bit, as you can see. The course is playing a little bit on the tough side by the looks of it. Just hopefully it's not down to pin locations again. Hole number 6, par 4, 369 yards. Certainly don't want to be left. We're fine. Solid drive, 338 yards, leaves us 165, playing about 163 in, so we'll take that down to a 7 iron. Maybe just a little bit of loft. We're on a good upslope. Decent, not too bad. It's coming around a little bit further than I thought it would. But we are on, and we are running away from the hole. That's got to be at least 30 feet. 31. More right to left, so we'll go out this way. Overhit, turn in, hit the pin, hit the pin, hit the pin. Oh, we're rattling them in. That will be another birdie. That was a lucky one there. Now, if the pin wasn't there, that was cruising straight over the hole, I'd say. And another bloody replay. We'll just skip that. We don't need to see that. So, how's that looking now for the leaderboard? That gives us still a 3-shot lead. Dr. Joe is trying to make a little bit of a comeback. Right, hole 7, par 4, 379 yards. Wind is fair. It's pretty much the same actually as the first round. So that's not too bad at all. Should hold the fairway, just about. Uses 66 yards. With the wind, I'd say maybe just a little touch of loft. Good strike, should sit pretty quick, I hope. And it does. Alright, it's going to leave us, what, 2, maybe 3 foot tap in for the birdie. And that will take us to, is that 8 under par or 7 under par? 8 under par. Par 5 coming up for the 8th hole. It's going to move us to a 4-shot lead. So another par 5. 585 yards, wind is favourable. Do I want to get cheeky? Yes I do. Let's get that attack angle done. And smash it down there, good swing. Hopefully it doesn't filter itself to the right, but we should be alright. We should be more than safe in the fairway, yeah, it's fine. The only thing, it's a personal thing. I know there's a few people are like this, but the only thing that I don't like to see on courses is that I hate seeing markers. Hate seeing markers in the middle of the fairway. The only reason is because in the past on courses I've hit them. It's the same with the sunken cars. You hit them, ball just goes anywhere. But anyway, 254. We would get there comfortably with the 3 wood. Decent swing, didn't give it enough draw. That's going to feed its way off the green. Thankfully it does anyway, as it would have been a lengthy putt. Give this a little splash shot up. Let's pull that back to about, definitely don't want to be long because it will run. About there should do. Slow down swing, but no, that's fine. Leaves about 6 to 8 feet for the birdie. Most of the par fives, a little bit heavy-handed on that one again. Most of the par fives actually in the first round I actually parred just due to the pin locations, and at least 2 of them I managed to get on into for an eagle as well. But hole number 9, par 3, to finish off the front half is 172 yards down 36, so playing about 160. I'm gonna play the 7-iron. Is that running downhill to the pin? It is, right. Gonna play the 7-iron. One little touch of D-loft just because of that wind. Oh, it's a slow and a push. I mean, it'll be on the green, but well, unless it catches one of those slopes, that is running, and that is not stopping. Alright, it's held the green. It'll be a lengthy putt again, though. 27 feet. Oh, pushed. Oh my god, look at the push on that. I felt me thumb going off to the right. Didn't think it was that severe though. But escape of the par. Keep us at 9 under for the events. And 5 under for the round. So doing better than the first round. Still got a 4-shot lead. Hole number 10, par 4, 304 yards. Where's the pin? Tucked right up in the back. Do I want to try and draw this around? Be cheeky. I'm coming over a bit too far there. Alright, we can try that. It's probably going to come up well short because you do lose quite a bit of yardage the more fade and draw that you put on. But sure, we'll give it a go. It's a good swing. That's too much fade. Into the tree. Now if I can hold the fairway, I'll be happy. We're going to trickle into the rough though. Just about. It looks like it's sitting decent though. That's not bad. 58, playing about 56. Oh, felt that being a little bit too fast, but can roll. No, sits quick. Leaves us 14 feet. Track in. Oh, just about catches in the right side there. Takes it to 10 under par. So increase it to a 5-shot lead overall. So get on to number 11. Par 3, 162 yards. It's going to be playing about 155. I think even with that wind, maybe just a little touch up on that 7-iron might be just nice. Maybe just change the attack angle a little bit. Slow, make them up short of the green. Now it's going to be on. Where is it going to kick? To the left. That's going to run off, I'd say. Ooh, just held about 4 or 2 to spare. See, that's a little bit. It's on a yellow. It's borderline. Borderline. So I'm just playing for par here on this, but that's a good weight. Oh, and it's in. Haha, nice. Alright, so we got a little bit of a break there. Little bit of a break. Take it to 11 under par. And increase it to a 6-shot lead. So get on to number 12, another par 5. Let's see if we can bury. I'm pretty sure I parred this one. We will get cheeky off the tee. We'll knock as many yards off as we can. Looks like a center of the green, but towards the back, so mid back, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, pin was off over here. I think just sort of between where the 223 is and the top arrow of the marker. It was in and around about that location the first round, and I just off to the right. Yeah, I parred this one the last time. 204 with that wind should be fine to get there. Hits the perfect. Come on, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. Ooh, just came down a little bit shorter than I thought it was going to, but thankfully it comes off onto the fringe, so we can do a little chip shot. Actually, not a chip, but a little splash. Back to about 15, just give it that little hop. Oh, that was trickling its way inch by inch there towards the hole, but we will escape with the birdie. Almost a little hole out for the eagle. Maybe on another day. But I'll take it at 12 under par. So we're on a bit of a run here. Now that I've said that, I'm going to screw up a hole. Well, 7-shot lead now. So head on to 13, par 4, 385 yards. I say it is a nice course, just some of the pins. Could do with a little bit of fixing. Not sure if the designer maybe just ported it over and just published it straight away. Oh, we don't want to be left. For left, depending on what way it goes, it could be all the way down to the rocks there. But it's 92. I think we'll just play this pretty much as is. That's a slow, felt that. But it takes it away from the red line, so I'm happy. Sits it on the green, not bad. Decent approach. Not too aggressive of a break as well. It's tracking decent. It's turned a little bit too much. But I'll happily take the par, which will keep us at 12 under for the event and 8 under for the round. Can we squeeze? We should squeeze another couple of birdies, I'm hoping anyway. Right, hole 14, par 4, 463 yards. I did pull this one back to be safe in the first round, and I was only a few yards shy of being off the over the fairway. So I think we'll do pretty similar here again. Slow down swing, just don't go too far right. Ooh, we're flirting, we're flirting. And we're in. Right, bucket and spade time. Excuse me. 182. Playing 187. Not getting there. Yeah, I really doubt we're getting there, so I think we're just getting up and down for the par. Not bad, bit of a pull on it, but I think it might have actually helped me. If I hit it more straight, could have been in the rough there. But it leaves us 53, playing about 56. Again, I don't like doing the default pitch that the game sets me up with. So with that headwind and with the sloper on, just go a little bit longer. Slow, but it's holding pretty well. That's not bad. Leaves us 7 feet. Still no gimme. But we do get up and down for the par. There's 4 holes left to play, and we have a comfortable lead over the guys who played so far anyway. 7-shot lead. Excuse me. So hole number 15 on a par 5, final par 5 of the course. 572 yards. I think we can get a little bit cheeky again. A little bit fast. Should hold the fair or get onto the fairway. Not kick left. Yeah, can we get there into where is the pin? 250, playing about 252. Yeah, we're on here. Let's play it as it is. Slow down swing, but once it gets on, the slope should take it. Hopefully enough around to the left and feed it down towards the hole. That's not bad. Eagle opportunity. Not too severe of a break. Decent weight on it. It's tracking. Get in. Beautifully done. That will take us to 14 under par. I'm not going to say what I have thinking in my head now at the moment. We've 3 holes to play. Got a 9-shot lead. Hole 16, par 4, 425 yards. Now, yeah, I ended up in a bit of an awkward position here. I wasn't paying attention to the trees. I ended up behind these trees over here in the fairway, but just had an awkward approach. So, I think what we'll do, I'll go there, I'll just put some draw on it, just to help it with the wind. Oh, I could have put a bit more. I'm in the same position. Actually, not as bad. No, we're alright. I was a lot further over to the right the last time, but 151, playing about 155. Will a 9-iron get there? Might do. Slow down swing and the pull. It's on, or it'll get on. Oh, it's getting a decent run as well. That's not bad at all. That's decent, considering how I thought it was going to end up after I saw that swing. Turn in. That'll do. And that takes it to 15 under par, I think. And 10 under for the round. 2 holes to play. Final par 3 coming up for number 17. That gives us a 10-shot lead. So 217 yards. Oh, that's a mean little pin. Jesus Christ. First round, now the pin was off just pretty much in and around about where that top arrow is on the circle. And I ended up roughly around about just a little bit above the 223 here. I was trying to play for the slope, but just the winds and the way that I actually hit a slow down swing. So that just was not letting me on. 217s, playing about 212, 207. The wind is a 196 gonna. I don't think a 196 is, or 186 even, is gonna get there. So I'm gonna play to touch it down here. That's playing about 185 to there. Actually, yeah, 186 might. With the wind, we'll do a little touch of D-loft. We'll see what happens. But it's certainly a hole and a pin location to just get away with par. Now, if the rough can take some of the sting out of it, which it did, is it going to have enough to run on? No, it's not. But with that pin location, I'm more than happy. Par's birdie here. Go on. I should have put a little bit of down loft on that. Give it a chance to just run a little bit, but no, I'm happy with the par there. That's a tricky pin to get at. So, final hole, number 18, par 4, 410 yards. And we should comfortably carry over here. Able to do it in the first round. That's a slope. Oh, just barely in the perfect. Oh, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. We're alright. I just saw the bunker there. Had visions, but leaves us 121, playing 126 with that wind. 128. Without adjusting it, might be just perfect. Bit of a pull on it. Just tracking pretty well. Sit there. That is a solid final approach. Leaves us 8 feet again. Still no gimme. Decent bit of break on it. Oh, it's around the lip. I was a little heavy on that one, but that'll take it to 16 under par. So 11 under par for the final round. Now, Phil himself hasn't played. I know he'll shoot pretty well. Hopefully he has the common sense to do a bit of a warm-up round before playing the event, unlike me. But no, I'm happy enough with that bit of a comeback over the first round. The pins weren't too bad there on that one. I'll say just a few of the pin locations, at least 5 or 6 of them in the first round, were just a little bit on the questionable side. But solid second round performance for 16 under par for the event and 11 under par for the round. That is going to do it for this one in the Emerald Pro Tour for the Panasonic Open, I think is the name, but I can't remember, at Sekai Country Club. If you managed to make it this round of video, thanks very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to drop it a like. If you haven't already, make sure to hit subscribe. I shall talk to you all in the next one. Until then, take care, have yourselves a good one, and bye for now.